auto parts, bicycles, antiques and collectibles, musical instruments, arts and crafts. And then they have a classified, miscellaneous, and then garage sale. So whatever you have don't show up under those, you can put it under under classified, choose miscellaneous, and then see what the item is. Okay. In this case, ours is women's clothing and shoes. That's going to be the category. So I'll type that. And then it's asked, what's the condition of the item? And then they have this little caveat. Keep in mind that only genuine items are allowed on the marketplace. All right? So what's the condition? Well, in this case, the condition is used but like new. All right? So you tap that. Now the brand. They ask for the brand. Put the brand in. And this one, the case is Indigo Moon. So I'm going to type that in. That's the brand. The size, even though they ask for it separately, we're going to put it also in the description. So the size in this case is a 3X. The location, now I'm going to change the location. You know where I'm going to change it? It picked up the iPad's location, but the location you should put in is the location where your store resides or where you reside. Now what it's going to do, you just put a zip code in. It's not going to target exactly where you live, but it gives people an idea of where you're located. All right? So I'm going to do the drop down, and oh, they want you to drag map to choose location. Okay, let's see if I can drag it. I got to go. Okay, cool. See how big that area is? Now and also I know where I'm going to be trying to meet people that we can get together to exchange something anyway. So I live in Chatham. I live in West Chatham. Okay. This is good. See how I put my zip code in? That's my zip code. All right. All right. And now description. Now let me see if I can do this. I typed the description up already on a note. So let me see if I can copy this. And see if I can go back in and paste it without having to type it out. Cool. This is the first time I did it. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Because that would have been a lot of typing, right? All right. Okay, so you can see, use like new, size 3X. The jacket is tan, gold, and black with embroidery on the front, back, and sleeves. This Indigo Moon set has 2 short sleeve tops, black and gold, made of cotton, rayon, and polyester, with embroidery on the front. Okay, so that's the description. And what it would be great for you would, based on whatever item you're going to sell, whatever it is, make sure you do a good description of the item, okay? Because as they say, a detailed description may help you sell faster, all right? And then one other thing here, because I had a website up, and I did ship. We were set up to ship items. We are set up to ship them. I put down, you see where it says offer shipping? So I click that. All right. So because if I talk to the person, they say, well, I'd like to have it, but I really would like you to ship it to me. I said, we'll negotiate the shipping price and everything, and I'll ship it to them. Okay. All right. Then the next thing is, up the top is next. Everything has been concluded there. But let me just read down here at the bottom here, because it's in small print. Let me read this. Oh, no, shipping. Marketplace items are public and can be seen by anyone on or off Facebook. Items like animals, drugs, weapons, counterfeits, and other items that infringe intellectual property rights aren't allowed on the marketplace. And then they say, see our comments policy. So they have a policy about what can go on the marketplace. Then, so now we'll click next. Now next, what's already checked is my profile. Anyone on or off Facebook can see this post. That's good. Then they got some suggested groups. Sharing with the group automatically adds you as a member of the group. And there's some benefits of joining the group, or at least sharing it with a group. There's some that may be concerned about this, but I have groups on Facebook that I'm in, particularly in Facebook Messenger. You can join a group and you can leave a group. If there's anything that's in that group that they post on the group that you're not agreeable with or whatever, just leave the group, and you will no longer get messages from that group. Okay, and when you put messages on Facebook, it will no longer go to that group. Right. So if you're not comfortable with the group, you can leave it. But there's some benefits for some of these. I looked up one. Let me just read you some of the groups. Here's Buy, Sell, Trade, Mokina, Frankfurt, Tinley. It has 61,100 members. Now, what does it mean by that is, one of the things they want you to do on Facebook is they say, if at all possible, you want to be able to meet the person somewhere to exchange that item for whatever it is that they're going to pay you, all right? So you want to be in a geographical area that you can do that. Well, this group, their information is communicated, and probably members of the group are somewhere in the area of Mokina, Frankfurt, and Tinley Park. That's what that means, all right? And you know what? It's picking up the area where I'm at, because this is all the groups I see are like Orland Park, Mokina, Tinley Park, Frankfurt, Manhattan. There's one that's, Manhattan, no drama, buy, sell, or trade. Okay, all right. Glenwood, Homewood, Lansing. But what it's not picking up is where, since I've changed the location where I live in Chatham, they have a group that's called Chicago, it's a Chicagoland something. They even have one on the south side of Chicagoland. They got groups. Let me see if I can. No, my wife asked me I'm not joining the group. Now, the importance of selling items on Facebook is you want as many people to see them as possible, right? Okay. Everybody on my profile will see it. That means all my friends will see it. And if any of my friends like it, their friends will see it. But if they don't come to my profile and look, they won't see it. And they won't like it, But if I send something, now the key thing is I won't be able to do it in any of these groups here because I don't live out this way. So when I get back into my area, I'm going to look into it and try to convince my other half that there's an advantage to this. There is an advantage. And if there's anything you don't like, you can leave it. Okay. So anyway, my better half. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to leave it like this, to your profile. And then you click the publish. All right. Now, that's right in my it's right up there now. It's in my profile. There's the price. It was just posted. Now, Facebook does a thing. I don't know why they do this. They say lower price to $40. They do this automatically. I don't know why they think I'm a lower. When we chose the price, that's just a suggestion. That's just a suggestion, right? So anyway, all right. Now, okay? I know some people here on Facebook. So let me first go to my menu, and I'm gonna go to my own page on Facebook, and then we'll slide up. See that jacket? See how fast the information is up there? All right. And see how they have the the additional pictures. You can put as many as 10 pictures of an item in a listing, in one listing, up to 10 pictures. And so you see it, and I did a pretty good job on the lighting and the pictures, but Facebook took it over and did it, they enhanced it, all right? So that's the one and so you see where the description, you see the cost, you see the zip code is there, and you hit see more so people can see the whole description. All right. Okay, that's what we just did. And if I hit the like or the share button, anybody who sees it, who's in my timeline, will see it. But you'll have everybody who is my friend will see it. If you go to your site, you'll see it. These are things that we posted this week. Okay, you can see the skirt set, skirt suit. See some of the stuff we posted. Let me tell you something. Thank Allah. This stuff is sitting in our basement. We come out as vendors, usually for Savior's Day, Ramadan session. But if we go out of town, something like that, I can't take all that stuff anyway with me, right? So it's been sitting down there, and since I took the website down, all right. And so we're just sitting on money. So Allah bless me to be in a situation that I said, we need to get this. And so when I found the marketplace, someone has already asked me about this item. So now I'll walk that through and show you. 4 people have already sent notifications. All right. All right. So anyway, and we got so much more to go. Also, so anyway, this is a plus if you're on Facebook, using Facebook. This is a plus. All right. Now let me do this. Let's suppose I have items on the marketplace. And you're going from your Facebook account, all right? Then you just go to search Facebook, and if you only want to see my items, you got to put in my whole name, okay? Because there are a lot of Abdul-Rasheeds. There are a lot of people who are just Akbar. Remember how big this is now, all right? But there's probably only a few Abdul-Rasheed Akbars, all right? So if you put my whole name in and search, this is the end of results. But I got more items up than this, okay? This is just what they came up with. I don't know why they just stopped here. All right, all right. I can filter it by, you can filter by category, and maybe that is the reason why. I don't know. I'm gonna do clothing and accessories, and women, and let's see. And then that filter, still only that comes up, but I got more items. So to see them, one of the best ways to see all the items that I put up on Facebook is to be my friend. Just send me a friend request. If you're not my friend already on Facebook, I will send you, I'll accept your friend request. And you'll see them right in my timeline, all right? But this is one way. This is one way you can search to see, all right? Now, now, that's good. I'm glad I slid up here a little bit. Here's the seller information. So that's why I say you got to have a profile. Now, you can see your profile, but here's the seller information. My name, when I joined Facebook, they can rate you, the response rate. Now, this is one thing I'm not going to be concerned about. I don't live on my smartphone. I'm not going to get back to you every 20 minutes, every 5 minutes. I'm not going to do that, all right? But I will communicate to you. There's a young lady that is asking me, so I got to communicate to her about. She likes that gold outfit. She likes that gold outfit, and she likes there's a cream pinstripe outfit. She likes both of those. Yes, sir.
Is this happening in real time?
Yeah, it's still time. Yeah, it's real time. It absolutely is. This is the one I just posted. And you see the circle around the, what is it? And you see the little, right to the right, to the left of the circle, you see it says shipping available. And it has a little picture of a truck. So it lets the person know that we can ship this, this seller will ship this to you if you can't meet them. The young lady that asked me where you're located. So let's deal with that now. Facebook wants you to stay and stay safe. Always stay safe. So it's very important. You never give people your personal information. You never tell people where you live. You just don't do that on Facebook. All right. I'm going to conduct business where I love to conduct business. Guess what that is?
Starbucks.
Oh man, don't you know that? You know, there's Starbucks everywhere. They're everywhere, right? It's the best public place. You know, a lot of people, it's the best public place to conduct business. In particular with this, they have bathrooms. Women can go in the bathroom and try the clothes on. Men can go in and try the suits on. I'm going to put my suits up. I got some suits I'm going to put up on the marketplace. It's a good place to conduct business. And you can choose a Starbucks in the area that both you and the buyer agree on. Okay, that's in the close, you know, not too far. You have to travel. Put your stuff in the car and go there. Take care of business. Now, how about paying you? Facebook recommends Cash, the Cash app. They even recommend PayPal, but they say be careful of the PayPal schemes. There are some people who abuse, you know, people try to abuse things as fast as they can. I'm not going to use PayPal. I use Cash Money or the Cash app. If the people don't want to deal with Cash Money, it's not a problem. They have the Cash app. The Cash app you can download right fast. It's really easy. And how many people now use Cash? How many people use Cash app? No. How many people are familiar with the Cash app? Okay. I send money to my grandsons all the time. And I didn't know about Cash until, you know how I found about Cash? Imam Rasul's wife. One day I gave a presentation here on using apps for sending money, right? And she asked me, she said, "You don't use Cash?" I didn't know what Cash was. I said, "No, but I'm going to find out." Okay. And I found out, and it's nice. Maybe I'll do that on the next presentation because I don't have enough time on this one. But next I'll do it on the next presentation. It's really great. It's really, really good to use. All right. Yes. Zelle. Yeah, you Zelle, but Cash is even better. Yes, sir, Brady Mail. Okay. Zelle is good, but the bank has to be a member of that network or a credit union. See, I'm in a credit union. My credit union is not a member of it. So I can't send money from my credit union account, my checking account to credit union, but I have a business account at Chase. And because I have a business account at Chase, that's the one I use. And Chase, and there are a lot of more banks, there are a lot of banks that are coming on to that using this with Zelle. You're right, it is really good. And as long as your bank is on that network, you can send money and receive money with no fees. So it is great. Zelle is good. But when you're going out in this situation, I'm sorry, ma'am, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not, I follow your lead. That's why I'm so smart.
Yes, sir.
I started PayPal.
Mhm.
You just said. Would you clear that up?
Yes, sir. Yes,
No
sir.
problem with PayPal.
Let me tell you what they have done with PayPal. I think if you all can remember, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago in the presentation, I showed you where someone sent me a fake PayPal. It was a phishing email that said that I need to come and change my PayPal account or something like that. And I went through it and showed that you could see that it was a fake. It was not PayPal, but it just looked just almost like it. They used all the colors and stuff like that. Use their taglines and stuff like that, but it was a fake. It went to a form that asked you to put stuff in like you were signing up for PayPal all over again. Okay, guess where that form was going to be going to? Okay, you don't know who was going to. So the first thing I caught myself, I said, wait a minute, I already have a PayPal account. Why am I going to be putting all this information in here again? So what I did was, I signed in to my PayPal account on a different device. There's nothing wrong with my account. Account's fine. Okay, all right? And so then I sent that information to PayPal's fraud network. They have a place where you send that information to because so they can follow up on it, so they can know if somebody's trying to use it as for fraudulent purposes. Okay, so so they have several schemes. All right, that's one. There's another one. The person will contact PayPal and say they didn't get the item. If you ship the item, they say they didn't get it and they ask for a refund. Yeah, they ask for a refund. Now, what PayPal is supposed to do is contact the seller to confirm that. Okay, and then now you're going back and forth, right? So this is one of the things I always do when I was shipping an item. A signature was required. You couldn't deliver the item, and the delivery company would not leave it unless somebody signed for it. And I got that signature information. All right, and that's about all you can do if you're shipping things like that. But that's what you want to do. You get signature required. Otherwise, you bring it back. All right. But that's one of the schemes, and they got a few others. There are a few others. Let me finish this. I'll call it. Let me finish this. They have a few others, but that's why I don't use PayPal. Also, the biggest is it costs to use PayPal. There's a fee. It doesn't cost to use cash. Based on how you use it, it doesn't cost to use it. All right. So I got a few more things. So if you would agree, inshallah, next first Sunday, that'll be one of the things I'll talk about. I'll talk about cash, all right, and give you reasons why I think it's a good way to use. All right. Now there was two questions, sister.
When when something is fraudulent, don't they call you? Do they all, because we're getting these phishing things with emails, so don't they call you? Doesn't the credit card company or the bank reach out to you by phone and say something's wrong with your account?
But it's only if it's your credit card account. But when you're using PayPal, it's not your credit card account. It's a whole separate account. It's like a bank. It's a whole separate account. All right.
Even our bank will call us and tell
Well,
us that there's something wrong.
the PayPal, the reason why they're able to make money is because they do things by email. They're not going to call you unless there's a real problem. Okay. Most of it's going to be by email or text, and the way some of them are doing it. They certainly should not reverse a charge before contacting you, but I don't know. I've never had that as a problem, but I do know that it's going on. It is going on. People saying they didn't get the item. Either didn't get the item or the item wasn't what they ordered or this thing. They all kind of excuses they give, and they want a refund. They want a refund. All right. Yes, now, it's a problem.
You said you went and checked somewhere else to find out that it wasn't right, your account?
Oh, yes.
What did you go to?
I was on one of my, I used it on the phone or on the iPad. So I just went to my computer. I went to my computer and pulled up my PayPal account. Logged into it. Everything is fine with it. So there's nothing wrong with the password. There's nothing wrong with the account at all.
So how did you receive the message that something?
It was email. The fraudulent message?
Yeah.
It was email.
Oh, it was email.
Yeah, it was email. And that's what they do. They call it phishing email, but it's spelled with a P, not with an F. And you'd be surprised how many people they catch with like this, though. They get a lot of that.
They call you asking you for information? Like you don't just hang up because that is not.
No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They don't do that. In fact, hang up, and you call them back. You never give information for someone who's called you, because you don't know if it's authentic or not. You really don't. Okay.
When you call them back.
Well, when you call them back, but the thing is, you got the legitimate phone number, not the one they left you. The one that you have when you sign up, and the legitimate one, your bank and anybody else. Okay, and so you know that is you're dealing with your account, and you're dealing with somebody that's familiar with your information. Okay. Okay, so
That's the new major criminal thing. that
Yes.
they do, and they accuse a lot of these foreign countries.
yes,
Where, like, you get up and go to work to your job, they get up and go to
Yeah.
work to a job with cubicles and all this.
and that's all they do.
And that's what they do all day.
That's all they do. And they're getting millions and millions of dollars. They really are, So, but you're right. That's what's going on.
They
What you
call
don't
it
know
the
can't
worm.
hurt
Is that?
They call it the worm.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's all over the world.
Yeah, it
you.
is.
It's all over the world.
It is. It is. All right. But don't let that stop you from taking advantage of the good things that Allah has blessed us with. You know, because Satan's always going to be out there.
Things are written.
That's right.
Walking out your door.
It is.
Step your foot outside.
It is. It is. Now, let me just say this before I leave. After I get through my presentation, and maybe near the end, before we leave out of here, I had an incident that occurred to me, but I'll share it with you, one-on-one or a group of us. My wife don't want me to talk about it on here, and I won't. Okay? But I thank Allah I'm here. Didn't have to be. Did not have to be here. But I'll share it with you after we get through, before we leave. All right. So, this is okay, so we've talked about it. When you meet them at a public location and you exchange your item and you get your cash, you use the cash app. They say, well, I don't have cash money. Okay, good. You can use the cash app. And what you can do is have this taken care of before you even meet, so you know how the financial exchange is going to take place. All right. And then, of course, you know when you leave there to go back to your home, you don't go straight back to your home. I'm serious now. You might. No, you don't go straight back to your house. You go somewhere else. You know, for a while, and so right. And eventually you go home. Okay. Unfortunately, we got people out here that look to do bad things to us. You know. You know. So you know that's just the way it is. All right. So now, let's see. I got 4 notifications here. Okay. Wallace, he liked my post. I appreciate that. Look, Tyrell, brother. That's my nephew. Chris is my stepdaughter. Jose is a friend of mine. Reacted to my post, and then Chris shared, and she shared my video. That's my stepdaughter. Okay, so whenever they do that, anybody in their life, their timeline, they see it. And that's the way to spread the word. That's how you spread the word, sort of like on Facebook. All right. So now let's suppose you want to go back on the marketplace. All right. You see at the top where it says sell you inbox? There's a little dot at that inbox. What it means, you can't see it. It's over here. So and it's small. It's small. But I'll show you. That little dot at the inbox. The inbox says that's where you get your messages. It's like a folder of your messages. And this young lady here likes the pantsuit. So she said, where are you located and what size? We didn't know that the size did not show up. It's in the listing, but my wife, when we saw that, we decided we'll put that size in the description, and so they can see the size. And so I responded back to her. I'm going to respond. I clicked on that, and see this comes up now. Now I can say where are you located and what's the size. What was the size of that? 18. So I'm going to respond to her. Okay, the size is 18, and I'm located on the south side of Chicago. South side is a big place. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, and I hit the button, and it sends a message right back to her. And then she'll send it back, and we'll communicate. And if eventually we get together, we'll get together and look at that pantsuit. It's had 9 views already. We're sitting down in our basement and had none. Okay, seriously, you know. Okay, so. So every now and then, check your Facebook, check your account, and see if there's someone that's expressing interest in your item, and then you can message them just like this. You don't call, you do everything right on Messenger like this. All right. And so that's that. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Is this better than eBay?
Well, it's a little different than eBay. The one thing about this is there's no fee involved. There's no fee involved. All right. Number 2 is you don't have to open up a store with this. All you have to do is be on Facebook. It takes a lot of your stuff that you with on Facebook and incorporates it into the marketplace. You know, with eBay you got to set up an eBay account, You got to be on the store. You know, there's a lot more with eBay. And so it's similar, but there's no fee. All right. You're welcome. All right. Then if the item becomes sold and you go in, market is sold, they'll market it sold, and you go on. All right. So with that, brothers and sisters, I hope that has been of interest to you using this part of Facebook as a benefit for those of us who are vendors. If you have any additional questions before we leave, please ask me, and I'll be glad to answer them for you and give you more information about how to use Facebook Marketplace. You can do the same thing in terms of go there looking for something to buy. Okay? All right. Yes, yes.